The woman picked up a handful of sand and threw it at the man. In response, the man slapped her. This wealthy woman thought her money meant she could act however she wanted, anywhere she went. But the man made it clear to her. On this deserted island, he was the one in charge. The man tossed his clothes to the woman and ordered her to wash them within an hour. Only then would he consider giving her a fish to eat. From that moment on, she had to address him as master. The woman, who had never been treated so harshly, reluctantly washed the clothes. Ever since they arrived on the island, the woman had been hurling insults at the man, blaming him for their predicament because of his unprofessional service, which had led them to be stranded. This infuriated the man, who decided to separate from her. The man was highly skilled at survival. Not only did he build a shelter, but he also crafted a spear for hunting. The woman, on the other hand, was utterly useless, wandering around aimlessly. The man found a spring with drinkable water, while the woman was left so thirsty she licked rocks. The more she acted this way, the less likely she was to find food on the island. Finally, she couldn't take it anymore. She crept closer to observe the man, watching him drink water. She was desperate for a sip herself. While the man was out fishing in the sea, she sneaked over and drank all his water, muttering insults about him as she did. Little did she know, the man had just caught a huge lobster. The woman was stunned, knowing he wouldn't share it with her. After a while, the man took pity on her and said, if she could be more polite, he might share some fish with her. The woman didn't believe him, and offered to buy the fish with her gold bracelet and $500. Even in this situation, the wealthy woman remained arrogant, which only made the man more determined to set some rules. Reluctantly, the woman washed the clothes, folded them neatly, and brought them to the man. But the man wasn't done. As soon as she finished, she tried to eat, but he stopped her and ordered her to fetch water for him. Starving and staring at the lobster, after fulfilling his demands, she finally got her first bite of food. But the man's plan to dominate her had only just begun. Later, the man got up and left. The woman followed him to the hut, hoping to get a good night's sleep, but he shut the door in her face, telling her that even pigs use leaves to keep warm. Helpless, she curled up outside the door and spent the night there. In the days that followed, the man became the high and mighty master, while the wealthy woman was reduced to a subservient maid.